The adventure continues with the incredible Dallol volcano that lies in the Afar Depression. The group will descend to a depth of 426 feet below sea level in the most unhospitable area of the Danakil Desert. This piece of land torn in every direction by the contours of the Earth's crust.
We've just reached the only watering place in Danakil, so be careful. Danakil, let me remind you, is practically 1/8 the size of France. So water is incredibly precious here. I know it's been a week since we washed, but you can rinse off a tiny bit with your hands, and that's all.
The temperature soon becomes unbearable. From here on, each member of the group has to drink at least 1.75 gallons of water a day. The Ethiopian team loads up as much water as possible because, after this watering point, there's no other water source. The group sets off on an undetermined period in the most hostile and hottest desert on the planet. It takes 2 rough days of travel on desert trails to reach one of the smallest and strangest volcanoes on the planet, Dallol, which stands in the middle of a huge salt lake. Without bearings, driving on the unstable terrain can be very dangerous. Lake Karun lies 393 feet below sea level. The layer of salt can be as thick as 3,000 to 6,000 feet in places. This dried-up salt lake is the result of several incursions made by the sea into this region.
You know, the legend says that here on Lake Karun, only the devil can live because it's so hot. It's just so hot. We have no business here.
The Afar nomads who gather the salt of the Karun go to work at night, when the temperature can nonetheless reach 52 degrees Celsius. Dallol is an oval dome 2 miles long and 1 mile wide, 134 feet high. Its peak is 270 feet below sea level. It's unique and extraordinary as a volcano. To explain its formation, scientists have come up with a theory of the explosion of a pocket of magma located at a very shallow depth.
Look at the layers of salt that have been turned over there. You can smell sulfur here.
The only thing that Dallol has in common with the Earth's other volcanoes is that it's featured on the list of active craters.
This whole flank was active last year, and it stopped, but the activity has shifted to behind there. So you see the salt has crystallized. It's formed cubic crystallization. You can see it, look. This pink shade can be oxides or hydroxides from the iron that colored the salt crystals. You hear that? Be careful, we can fall right through it. It's not just an impression. Leave space between you.
Guy moves cautiously. After exploring the world's volcanoes for more than 40 years, he knows that danger lurks everywhere, invisible and unpredictable.
With the humidity, it's crazy to come here. Ah, look, there's one, look. A little pool of acid. And don't go too close, huh? You don't want to fall through. This is my favorite part of Dallol. You'll see, that's Dallol. Look, that's Dallol. Oh, we're on another planet. Be careful, everything is fragile here. Don't put your leg through it. It's acid. Let's take a look at the pH, okay?
Is there acid everywhere?
Yeah, look at that. The color of the air we're breathing. See that color? Look, it's already pH 2. No point in leaving it for a long time. It's 1. It's 1. It's below 1. It's pure acid. Remember, it's fragile. Look, get down. Look at the thickness. It's 5 millimeters. So, Nico, don't fall through because it could be a meter deep there. Always keep your gas mask handy. It's incredibly dangerous here.
2 years ago, Guy had a close brush with death when he knelt down to take a photo. The odorless and colorless gases in this place are abundant and deadly. All this acid is water that's been acidified by contact with magma gases. Rainwater, abundant in July and August, filters down through the numerous fractures formed by the intense geological activity. In its journey, it becomes heavy with all the minerals that it passes through and that gives it its color. At a depth of around 13,000 feet, it comes into contact with the magma, starts to boil, and acidifies. It returns to the surface in hydrothermal hot springs that well up through the layers of salt, crystallize, and solidify.